the 41st Annual Town of Smyrna Christmas Parade. We're glad you're here with us. I'm Mayor Mary Esther Reed, and I have a special guest with us here today, Steve Hayslip, and you may recognize Steve from the news anchor on News Channel 5 in the morning. Steve, we're glad to have you.
All right, Mayor, thank you. Very glad to be here again. We had the honor of doing this together last year. Just a real pleasure, and so thankful to be here. And, man, what a great crowd you have.
It is a great crowd, and great weather today, too.
Exactly, yes. We were a little worried about the rain, but it looks like it has held off, may come in later. But, boy, just a great scene there. All these people out with their little ones all along Lowry Street. Big crowd. Several people deep most of the time.
It is. And the nice thing is you see generations of family out here, and you've seen that for years and years, and I think it is definitely something people look forward to every year.
And this town is growing.
It is absolutely growing. When you look at our population right now, you know, we're about 43,000 right now, and in the process of doing a special census and asking people to send those census forms in, but the estimated growth is unbelievable.
56% since the year 2000 is how much you've grown in this town.
Absolutely.
So, terrific. And I think really as I was making my way down past all the crowd, the small hometown atmosphere, a parade like this, it really just makes you want to be here.
It does. It absolutely. And people want to be involved in community events, and that's what we're trying to add more to the community, are these small town community events.
And nothing says community like a great Smyrna Christmas Parade, the 41st annual, and it is now underway.
It is. And we're starting off with our Honor Guard, and our Honor Guard was established here in 1999, and they do a variety of things throughout the year for us in ceremonial functions. They're at our 4th of July celebration. They do council meetings for us, our Veterans Day ceremony, and today we have 5 individuals with us in the Honor Guard: Stephen Coots, Randall Dixon, Kenny Campbell, Ryan Kellum, and Brandon Sasser, and they do a wonderful job.
Had the pleasure of seeing those gentlemen as I made my way down from where I had parked over there in front of the big shopping center, and just a great group of individuals, and certainly beneficial to the community in countless ways.
They are, and one of the things that they do is they are in attendance at several funeral services, which means a lot to individuals.
Exactly. And of course the Smyrna Fire Department with all of their equipment. These guys and gals do a terrific job every single day.
They do a terrific job. They're led by Chief Bill Cuberson, and who's been here quite a while, but always willing to get involved. They just got done doing their annual food drive that we have each year and collected a ton of food for our Smyrna Laverne Food Bank. And that's something different we're doing here this year at the Christmas Parade. We have asked that participants in the parade, as well as the people watching the parade, bring canned goods.
And it goes to the Laverne Smyrna Food Bank.
That is correct. So Smyrna is a very giving community, and we're going to put that to the test today.
Love to see that. And of course the Smyrna Fire Department also, people may not realize, with Nissan being here, these guys are incredibly well trained in areas that maybe other firefighters do not have that kind of training.
Absolutely, they sure are. Next we have our town council members, and here we have Lori North and Paul Johns. We also have Vice Mayor Mark Adkins and his wife Connie. And we've got to be careful. He said he's going to try to hit us, so make sure you're careful with Mark. You watch him. He's tricky.
I'm going to have my hands out, try to grab some candy.
Yes. We also have Council Member H.G. Cole, and we have our town manager, Harry Gill. There's our judge, Lynn Alexander, and her husband, Neil. There's H.G. and Holly and his new grandson, Henry.
Oh, she's going to try to make it all the way up here, all the way. Oh,
thanks,
look at that.
Judge.
Almost. My bad.
Uh-oh, you got to watch him.
There he is. That's great.
And there's Councilman Rick Wise and Town Manager Harry Gill and his granddaughter Lexi. And here we have State Representative Mike Sparks.
See him quite a bit down at Capitol Hill. That is one big truck that he's riding in this morning.
That is, and there's a lot of people that look for that truck every year.
That's incredible. You know, the great thing about Channel 5 is we don't cover a lot of controversy in Smyrna. You seem to get along with everybody. The council gets along, state representatives, everybody works so well together down here.
And here we have County Commissioner Robert Stevens, who represents Rutherford County's 12th Legislative District. He was elected in 2010, and he wants to wish everyone and all his constituents a very Merry Christmas.
You do realize this is a 1967 Cadillac he's riding. That's a beautiful car. See, I know the cars. And here we have the Stewart's Creek High School Marching Band. They were warming up in the parking lot as I was making my way over, sounding incredible. They've got red balloons on top of their headgear. They sound terrific. They look terrific. Stewart's Creek, just a booming high school here in Rutherford County.
This is their third year to be in the Christmas parade, and they do a wonderful job every year. And I know that next year they will be participating in Hawaii.
Really?
Yes, they will be.
Wow.
They will be. They are one of 36 bands selected from across the United States to perform in Waikiki Holiday Parade as part of the commemoration of the 75th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor.
That is outstanding. What an honor.
What an honor. And I know they're going to be doing a lot of fundraising to get there. So,
so if you've got somebody who's trying to raise money, certainly help them out.
And here we have Haircuts by David, who David Tucker is the owner, and he's driving a 1948 antique VA Case tractor.
Love that tractor. The tractors, every year when I come here and I get to do this parade with you, I'm amazed by the quality of some of these tractors and the antique cars and all the folks in this parade. It's just so fun to see.
Well, and I'll also tell you, David cuts a lot of hair in the town of Smyrna, and there's a lot of individuals, my dad included, that go to see him.
Really?
Absolutely.
Old-style barbershop?
Old-style barbershop.
I love it.
Old-style barbershop.
I absolutely love it. That's great.
And his wife, Peggy, and his passenger is Presley Tucker. We're glad to have them here as well.
All right, they're in the Kawasaki Mule, and now you're looking at a great-looking old Chevy truck right there.
This is David and Jenny Williams from Gill's Ace Hardware, and they are wonderful individuals that are always willing to help the community. So we're glad to have David and Jenny Williams with us.
That's a beautiful old truck.
Isn't
right
that pretty?
That's really, really nice. From the hardware store, but they've hauled a lot of material in the back of that truck.
They do. And here we have the Smyrna Parks and Recreation float, and it's carrying our Volunteer Service Award winners. This year, our 2015 Volunteer Service Award recipient is Dennis Johnson Sr. on the back of the float, and his wife Janet, and his grandkids Cole Parker Kill, Jason Phillips, Emily Phillips, and Maddie Johnson. We also have our Young Leader Award recipient, Alexia Grogan, who received a $500 scholarship donated by the Smyrna Independent Merchants Association. Coach of the Year, Fitzroy Charles, and Parent of the Year, Crystal Rary.
And all of these folks will be honored in February at the annual Kenneth Kuhn Victory Lifetime Service Award Banquet, which volunteers, of course, are all honored there, who give of their time to the community, dedicating and inspiring youth who have outstanding recreational opportunities. So way to go.
And here we have the All About Hounds.
All About Hounds, nonprofit, volunteer-based greyhound rescue group that was formed back in Smyrna in 2009. These are beautiful animals.
They are beautiful animals, and they're looking for the best possible home for these retired greyhounds.
A lot of these, of course, these are former racing greyhounds.
Yes.
Places like over in West Memphis, Arkansas. Of course, I grew up in Memphis, and, you know, always the West Memphis Greyhound track. You see those dogs retired go to homes. It was always so fascinating, but beautiful animals.
They are beautiful animals. And here we have Dance with Stacy, and Dance with Stacy students always look forward to participating in our Smyrna Christmas Parade, and they have over 70 students performing to the song Impossible, which is special to their hearts this year.
And in keeping with the Miracles on Lowry theme, they're dancing to lift up Baylor Bramble and to thank God for the miracles that he performs every day. Baylor, of course, that young man who was injured in the football game, and we continue to offer our prayers and best wishes to him and his family. Suffered that injury. Doctor said it would take a miracle, and he is doing better, we understand.
Absolutely.
That's great.
These little girls do a good job dancing.
I think every young girl in Smyrna dances in some sort of place around here. There are so many dance academies and dance studios. It's amazing. I think you ought to outfit all the school buses like that with huge speakers.
Speakers? I think that'd be a great idea. And here we have the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department, who comes out every year to participate in our parade, and we're glad to have them.
Sheriff Arnold there leading the way.
And looks like they have a new float this year. Looks like the Grinch is coming out of the house.
And it looks like there's a fire down there as well inside the chimney.
Absolutely.
Maybe they use that as a fire prevention house.
Could be.
Take it to the schools.
Could be. Could be.
That's outstanding.
That is great. And looks like probably they have maybe some kids from the Sheriff's Department on the float as well.
Sheriff's Department always does a great job for not only Smyrna, but Laverne and all parts of Rutherford County.
They do. A large area they have here in Rutherford County to patrol. My husband, Britt, is a member of the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department.
A detective.
A detective, that is correct.
Outstanding.
Well, look how nice, bringing us candy to the table.
Outstanding.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Haley.
Woohoo, thank
and
you.
And here we have Steve Spitz.
Merry Christmas. They brought us some candy. We do appreciate that.
We absolutely do.
Several members you're seeing there of the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department and their families.
I guess you would say they're out in force.
They are out in force. This would not be a good time to do anything wrong along Lowry Street right now.
Exactly right.
They'll get you pretty quickly.
And here we have Tim Tomlin Automotive Group, and it's a local full-service sales dealership that is family-owned, which is very important, and we're actually sitting in their parking lot today.
We appreciate them letting us set up camp right here. They've got some incredibly nice-looking vehicles.
We sure do. Oh, look at those little ones enjoying the parade.
Totally on the awesome list. Yes.
You think they're wanting some candy?
They might be. They're going to get a lot of it today.
I think so.
Great group there. We thank Tim Tomlin for letting us set up here, and just an outstanding small business. Been around in Smyrna for some time.
It has, and you know, the one thing that Tim's always said is success is a two-way street. The community supports us, and we support the community, which that's what you find here in Smyrna. Everyone's willing to give back, and we appreciate that. And this float is about Tomlin's giving back to Santa this year. And these service technicians with Tomlin's Automotive have given Santa a bigger, better monster sleigh with more power to carry the toys to all the good boys and girls. Nice. Now, would you be on the good list or the naughty list?
I would probably be more on the naughty list.
On the naughty list.
Yeah. I do like the size of that motor, though, in that sleigh. And the tires and the rims on that. That is
And look
special.
At those elves.
Very nice.
And here we have Cindy Cinderellas.
Cindy Cinderellas all decked out in their blue and white, and they are cheering their way right down the parade route.
And they love to perform for friends and family, and they've been a part of Middle Tennessee for more than 30 years, teaching cheerleading, baton twirling, creative movement, rhythmic activity for toddlers, pom-pom dance routines, modern dance, hip-hop, tumbling, and modeling, and I bet you can do all of those.
I can, well, mainly the hip-hop.
The hip-hop.
That's what I specialize in.
Did you realize this year we were going to ask you to do that for us?
You know, I would, but I've got this bunion that I've been dealing with, and so I'm going to have to pass this year.
But next year.
Next year. And these kids are ages 3 to 18, so they do all kinds of wide range there of talents.
They do. But it's not only the parade that they participate in throughout the year. It's MTSU Homecoming Parade, Tennessee Tech Homecoming Parade, recitals, pageants, and talent shows. And here we have the Smyrna Parade Princess.
This is Haley.
Haley Bobo.
Haley Bobo.
And looks like she has the wave down perfect.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Right, back and forth, back and forth.
Back and forth.
Very
back
nicely
and forth.
done. We're doing the wave as well up here. That's great. I'm glad the weather's not too cold.
I am too. And look, she looks beautiful today, doesn't she?
Outstanding. That's great. So she is our parade princess for this year's parade. This crowd seems like it's getting bigger.
It does seem like it's getting bigger, and I can tell you also from participating in the parade, as you go down Lowry Street, it continues to get larger. So
that's great, because we're really set up at the very beginning of the parade route.
We are.
This is outstanding.
Look at those moms and babies.
Lots of folks. And look at this. It's 3-4 people deep. And as you said, continues to build.
It does.
And I would imagine a lot of people contributing to the food bank,
which is so important here at this time of year. Really, all times during the year, we have individuals who are in need of that service, and we appreciate all they do to help, and all the individuals in Smyrna that they do to help stock the shelves of our food bank.
Oh, what a great idea, though, to put the call out to bring canned goods if you're going to be watching or even participating in the parade to help out the food bank, because you very rarely get an opportunity to have the entire town come out for a community event like this.
Exactly, and it's something we're going to start doing every year. So someone might not have heard about it this year, but next year hopefully they'll know.
That's outstanding. All right, we have a bunch of elves hopping all over the place, it looks like now.
And looks like they're from Lancaster Christian Academy, and I think they have quite a few participants in the parade. And Lancaster Christian Academy is actually located in the heart of Smyrna, and it's the only private school that caters to 6 weeks old through 12th grade. They have over 700 students enrolled, and so many of them are Smyrna residents, and they've chosen Lancaster Christian Academy.
College preparatory school, ACT scores above the state average, a national championship winning sports program, growing fine arts department. I guess they're the Spartans, probably.
I would guess you might be right.
Is that what that is, a Spartan?
That looks like a Spartan.
Oh, and look, a unicycle. Can you do that? Can you ride on a unicycle?
I cannot ride on a unicycle.
They're right there in front of this float that you're looking at right here.
I can barely ride a bicycle, much less a unicycle.
Hey, we saw a bunch of Elvises there on that parade.
Look at them.
On that float. That's awesome. And then a bunch of snowmen. They would melt today.
They would.
That's
You're
great.
Right.
Those are great outfits.
If I was in the parade, I think I'd want to be pulled in the wagon.
Yeah, they definitely got the best end of the
best
deal
seat
right
in
there.
The house.
We've got snowflakes. We've got snowmen.
They're the knights.
The knights.
The knights. I would assume that from the banners that say
knights. where it says knights. Wow.
That could be our cue, Steve.
That might be. Maybe I should wait until I see the sign.
And it looks like we have some penguins. I told you Lancaster had a lot of participants this year, which we love to see.
They have just about every student, I think, from the school now marching in the parade or being pulled in a wagon in the parade.
You're exactly
Or
right.
riding on the float. That's awesome.
And you know what? Lancaster is known for their annual mission trips around the globe to put the town of Smyrna on the map. So you can check out Lancaster online at www.lancasterchristianacademy.org. I'm sure they'd like to hear from you, and it might be somewhere you're interested in sending your child.
And if you would like to send your child there, the teachers guarantee success. LCA would love to meet with you. Great opportunity there for young people as well to get involved really in the community in so many different ways.
Looks like their athletics department with softball and soccer.
This is a great way to market,
It
the opportunity,
a great way
your
to
school,
market.
your business, to show people just who you are, what you have to offer. I love the fact that so many parents are here and involved as well. And then we have the Grinch characters as well.
And there's Thing 2, but am I missing Thing 1?
Is Thing 1 on the other side over there?
I think Thing. Oh, and Elvis.
Oh my goodness. That is nicely done.
Christmas tree. How you doing, man?
I actually don't think he's lip syncing. I think he's actually
singing.
Because I just heard him say something. I heard him say, "How do you do?" See?
That's really
Wow,
good.
that's awesome.
And look at his backup singers.
Yes, very nicely done. I think the talent show at Lancaster must be incredible.
Do you think that's their headmaster?
Either that or the biology teacher. I'm not
Could
sure.
be.
I don't know.
And here we have the Rolling Thunder Tennessee One Motorcycles. And this is an organization that focuses on the issues of prisoners of war and missing in action. Their mission is to educate the public that many American POWs were left behind after all the previous wars. And they try to help correct the past and also are committed to helping all of the American veterans.
I love that minivan, but I would not want to be in front of that minivan if I were a bad driver. That is really cool looking.
They come out and are instrumental in so many events, and we really appreciate all they do for us
They
here.
travel all over the place,
They
too.
do. They do.
Great rolling message there. That's very nice. Here comes Motlow State Community College. They've got a float being pulled as well, and several folks on the float having a great time.
One of our crown jewels here in the town of Smyrna. We're so glad to have them, and they've been here in Smyrna since 2000, and they just want to help students realize their dreams and assist them in making those dreams become a reality. And with the new Tennessee Promise program, we are having lots of students that are becoming college educated. So we're glad to have Smyrna, and I know the Smyrna campus is their largest campus.
I would imagine they've seen an explosion
They
of
have.
population.
And Ariana Givens is Miss Motlow, and Mark Foley Jr. is Mr. Motlow.
From the Smyrna campus. Great job.
Some of those students were Parker's friends. So glad to
Oh, really?
see them. They are.
Yep. Yeah, that Tennessee Promise, we know it very well in our home. Our youngest son is at Nashville State and absolutely loves the opportunity to go to college, save money, and he's got jobs, so he's making money. It's just a tremendous program.
And Parker's doing the same thing. And here we have the Gold Wing Riders, Tennessee's part of Tennessee Wings of the Gold Wing Riders Association. They were chartered in 1992 and have since grown from the original 15 members to over 100 members.
Oh, wow. So I want that jet ski there on the back. That's a nice looking setup right there. And then look at this. That's a cool looking ride. Wow.
Yes.
That is very neat.
Almost looks like a Batmobile.
It
doesn't
does. It does. I like that. I think that should be the mayor of Smyrna's official vehicle right there.
vehicle?
Exactly. I can see you and your husband tooling around town, checking out all the businesses and making sure everyone is happy.
But then my bad driving, everyone would know it was me.
Okay, you're right. Continue to drive a nondescript sedan. That's probably best.
Exactly. And here next, we're going to have the Cloud9 Mobile Grooming, which has decked out one of their trucks for the Christmas parade. It's a dog-themed entry that presents good dogs eagerly awaiting Santa's visit.
Mobile dog grooming has become really popular.
It has.
You know? The dog groomer that we used to take hours to closed down, and we were scrambling because,
Looking for one.
So we were calling all these kinds of places. Cloud9, but they do a great job here in Smyrna. Love the setup there.
The candy's getting passed out.
They've got several of their employees passing out candy to a lot of kids. Look how deep the crowd is right there. That's nice.
It's great to see so many people being able to enjoy it with such beautiful weather today.
Exactly. Yeah, very.
And look, the stockings are hung on the doghouse and a tree surrounded by presents galore.
Cloud9 Mobile Grooming Service. Glad to have them participating this year. Another super Smyrna business.
Says they are especially good at handling special needs, such as older pets, physically challenged pets, rescue, and pets with trust issues.
Oh, really? Okay. Our oldest dog, our golden retriever, has now gone blind, so I might be calling them because I'm sure she is not happy when she's getting groomed, not knowing what's going on.
Well, here we have Christina's Dance Center, and they opened 3 years ago. And students are as young as 3, and there is no age limit.
They do Zumba. They have yoga classes for adults. They've added that. Okay. The classes for special needs children as well. So they serve everyone.
Zumba is mighty popular.
And they have scheduled a small Christmas performance for next week, so you might want to check that out at Christina's Dance Center.
Oh, here we have Auntie Anne's, and it is the world's largest soft pretzel chain, founded in 1988 by Auntie Anne Byler.
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
it operates almost 1,700 stores around the world, and the one here in Smyrna is in our local Walmart.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It is.
I did not realize that. What's your favorite flavor, do you know? I like, go ahead.
I'm not a huge pretzel person.
Really?
No, I'm
See,
not.
I almost go with the normal traditional, although they're brown sugar cinnamon. Woo!
Really
good stuff.
Well, then I may have to try it. And here we have Wild About Smiles, who has provided pediatric dental services to Rutherford County and surrounding areas for 32 years. So lots of families that use this establishment, and they'll recognize the artwork because their offices are done just like that.
Oh, really?
They are.
Uh-huh.
But look at that 5-foot Santa hat.
I love it. That Volkswagen gets great gas mileage, especially on the back of the trailer. Just saying.
And you see it all around town.
I bet you do.
You do.
All right, next up, the Smyrna Senior Citizens Center, serving the needs of our seniors here in town.
And for anyone age 55 and older, and they had their membership grew, and in 1978 they leased land from Rutherford County Board of Education. And actually, the building was constructed by students from Smyrna High School, and all the materials were furnished by local businesses. And I will tell you,
Really?
they are a very active senior group.
And they are waving like crazy to you right now.
They are. They're wonderful, and they do all sorts of trips. So they have lots of fun.
That's really neat.
It is. It is.
That's awesome.
And here we have the Rutherford Rugby Club. And they're community-based, and they've been active here in Rutherford County since 2011.
45 middle school and high school players from 5 different Rutherford County schools, grades 5th through the 12th. I did not know you had a rugby squad here.
Smyrna has lots to offer. We're very diverse.
We need to do a sports story on your rugby
You
squad.
do.
That would be tremendous.
And did you realize rugby is also being reintroduced during the 2016 Olympics?
Actually, I did not know that.
You learn something new
All right,
every day.
Art Butler is the rugby coach if you want to give him a call and check it out.
And next we have the Smyrna Church of Christ, which is the youth group, has built and decorated their entry, and they're dedicated to serving others and want people to know that they're here for them.
They've always enjoyed helping people out. They do depot days, they do yard work, they help the community with various cleanup events, and you need some help, these are the young people to call. I love that trailer.
Looks good.
That's great. Got them all corralled in there. Now that's the way to be in a parade right there. Just riding on that float.
And our next entry is an interesting entry. It is the Stones River Paranormal Investigation Team based out of Murfreesboro. It says they've conducted hundreds of investigations in 9 states, and every investigation is at no charge to the client. And most recently, this past October, they were featured in the episode of Alaska Haunting on the Discovery Channel's Destination America. And they say if you have a business or a private location that you'd like investigated, you can contact them through their website at stonesriverparanormal.com or find them on Facebook. It's pretty interesting.
I have seen many Christmas parades in my day. I have never seen an entry quite like that. That is quite unique. Thank you very much. Oh, they're bringing us candy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Oh, thank you. And a business card
And
in
a
case
business card.
in case I need to investigate my house as seen on Alaska Hunting. I'm going to have to check that out.
That's really interesting.
That's very interesting. All right. I love that.
And next we have the Ted Cruz campaign.
Whatever happened to the face?
I'll be seeing a lot of these. They're making their way around parades all over the country, probably.
It is starting to heat up.
It
with
is.
The political season.
We saw a woman just before the parade began with a box of Ben Carson books.
Yes.
So, with the election coming on, parades or gatherings of just about any kind take on a political flair.
Whatever happened to the gift? The magic in the
I don't know that Ted Cruz has made his way into Middle Tennessee
I'm not sure.
very
I've not
often.
seen that yet.
If
At
maybe
all?
once or twice.
Maybe.
But as the campaign heats up, I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of the candidates making their way through this area.
It looks like all ages here with their campaign.
I don't think some of them are old enough to vote.
Probably not.
Just unless they're just very young looking.
But I will say, you're never too young to get involved in the political process and know how important it is.
So you've been in politics for many, many years.
You know what? Got started in politics when my dad was on the city council, and we were going door to door with each other when he was running, and he'd let me go up and knock on the door. And when those individuals would let us know what they wanted to see changed, I knew right then how important it was to be involved, because you could really make a difference in the community.
That's great.
It is.
How old were you at that time?
Oh, I probably was in elementary school.
Wow.
Elementary school.
That's neat, though, that your dad took you with him to see that.
Back then, you knocked on every door.
I bet.
And here we have the Women of the Moose.
All right. Great looking float there. I love the trees and the big wooden moose right there.
These ladies look like they're having a wonderful time.
What's the plural of moose? Mice. Just kidding. It's really not. I think I said that on the air one day, though. Oops.
Oh, and here we have the Smyrna Bulldogs C-Mix squad, and this is an awesome cheer squad here in Smyrna with cheerleaders ranging in ages from 5 to 8. And even though it's a wide age range, these girls mesh very well together, and they took first place in the Tennessee Youth Football Alliance cheer competition along with 4 other fellow Smyrna cheer squads.
Wow.
And I can tell you I was involved with cheerleading in youth football back then a long, long time ago.
A couple of
and
years
we
ago.
cheered for the Falcons back then.
You cheered for the who?
The Falcons.
Did you
was
really?
the name of it,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Well, this is their second year in the parade. We are glad to have them here, and they say they are very proud to cheer on the Smyrna Bulldogs.
Behind every good football team's a good cheerleading team.
There you go. Exactly. My sister, being a former cheerleader, would agree with that.
And next we have the Smyrna Fast Pitch League, and on this float it says a little girl takes a break from shopping and sporting goods section at Macy's, and she sits next to an empty chair waiting for Santa to make his arrival, and she believes in the miracles of Christmas.
Outstanding.
Girls Fast Pitch is getting so popular all across the country.
That is a sport that really has picked up.
It has. When you look at that's what your high schools and colleges are playing, it's a great feeder program, and that's
Right.
what we're finding is it's a wonderful feeder program.
I don't see how in the world they hit the ball when it comes that fast.
I agree.
Especially since the distance between the
It's
pitcher's
so much
mound and
shorter.
catcher is really yes.
It is.
That's tremendous. All right, and coming up next, North Rutherford Soccer. They've got a great-looking float there and giant soccer ball in the back of the Ford pickup truck.
And the soccer league is for ages 5 through 18, and it's a non-competitive atmosphere where youth in the area can learn the game of soccer, be part of a team, and create memories. And I think that's so important, the non-competitive part for kids who don't want to play that competitive part of sports. And they also have the Ripples program, which is for 3- and 4-year-olds. which is an instructional league for the basic fundamentals of the game. So I guess that's mainly teaching them you kick it to this goal.
Right.
That sort of thing.
Well, and I would imagine it's much harder these days now to find programs that are geared toward the very beginning elements of a sport. There's so many travel leagues and so many travel teams, and if your child has not been on one of those, getting them involved, unless they're 3 or 4 years of age, is somewhat difficult sometimes. So great to have a program like that available.
Exactly.
All right, coming up right now, the Smyrna. We've got more soccer. This is a big soccer league.
It
looks
is
like
a huge soccer league. It's one of our largest leagues in Smyrna.
And you've got several fields located around town.
We absolutely do have several fields located around town, and we are so proud of our parks department and all that they do for the community. We have 55 employees during our peak season. We have 10 parks with multiple shelters, playgrounds, and we have over 7,000 people participating in Smyrna Recreation Leagues annually.
Good gracious.
That's amazing.
100-year anniversary as well.
It is our 100-year anniversary this year, so we've been doing lots of things to celebrate our birthday.
Are you finding more and more people want to come to a town where there is green space and opportunities for their families?
Absolutely. It's all about getting out in the community. They want to be close to somewhere they can walk. They want to participate in community events. And some of those things they might want to do are participate in the Smyrna Girls Softball League. And it's been offering slow pitch softball for girls for over 30 years.
Ages 4 through 16. They've got a spring season. They have a fall season as well. Softball league, very popular, and especially when you see the fun these girls have, the teamwork, the camaraderie that lasts for years.
And I will tell you, I participated in the Smyrna Girls Softball League back then. You only played in the summer.
Oh, okay.
That was it.
Right.
And you would get to play if you made the all-star team. I think you probably remember those days. And
I was
then
never on an all-star team.
You were never on the all-star team?
I was on the all-bench team.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, then we have the North Rutherford Soccer, Stones River Football Club, 06 Lady Rapids.
Wow.
That's a mouthful.
There is a mouthful right there. All right. Stones River Football Club. The 06 Lady Rapids, a select soccer team of 16 girls ages 10 and under, part of the Stones River Football Club in Smyrna.
They sure look like they're having a good time, and I bet they have a good time playing soccer as well.
That's incredible. Who knows how many of these little girls will go on to get college scholarships playing soccer.
Absolutely.
Coaches and players work hard during the school year and during the soccer season, but have fun and build lasting friendships all year long.
What an amazing float we have coming up here with Fletcher Transport. And it's Middle Tennessee's go-to equipment transport company. They were established in 2009, and they take great pride in their customer service.
That is a great-looking float, decorated in a gingerbread and candy theme, and riding on it will be Miss Fletcher Transport. That is Clara Fletcher, and she's brought along all of her friends.
We've put a lot of work in that float.
I like that. And I would imagine with several of the big industries you have here in Smyrna, you need some sort of big facility, a big transport company like that can help out.
We do. And I think what you see here in the parade is it doesn't matter how large or small your business is, you can be involved in the community.
That's a great looking float. They put a lot of time into that. The sun's starting to come out now, so it really is a beautiful afternoon here.
It is, and our next parade entry is Stones River Baptist Church, and it's located on Sam Ridley Parkway. And it was established in the 1950s and still maintains its traditional Southern Baptist heritage. And they would like to invite anyone in our community out to attend worship service with them. And riding on the float are members of the Youth and Children's Department who also constructed the float.
They've got a huge looking facility there, it looks like, a manger set up.
They say that the presents that are there are some of the most precious gifts we have, their children.
Very nice. Lots of kids there from the youth and children's ministry program there riding on the float.
They've put a lot of hard work in that.
Yeah, if they built that, I need them to come build me like a work shed in my backyard. That would be really nice.
And the train's coming by just in time. We couldn't have an event in the town of Smyrna without the train.
Nope. Saw one earlier going the other direction.
Yes. And here we have Tire World, who's been a part of our community for more than 32 years. They opened their doors here in August of 1983, right in the heart of Smyrna on South Lowry Street.
Family-owned business?
It is. Bruce Rather and his family.
They strive respect, honesty, and fair pricing.
Oh, look. You think she's ready?
She's set.
You think she's been on the naughty list or the nice? I'll bet the nice.
I'm thinking nice on her.
I think you're probably
Now, if she
right.
has an older brother, I'm thinking naughty for him.
I will tell you, Tire World is located in the old Crawls and Supply, which was my family's business. And so a lot of years I spent all over that facility. And so I probably know every inch of where what Tire World has in there now.
So if they need somebody to help change tires or to mount the rims or whatever, you might be able to go help out.
No, but I could probably tell him what to do because my husband says I do that all the time.
Really?
Yes.
I would have never guessed.
Here we have Premier Vet Care, who is a local veterinarian office here in Smyrna on Old Nashville Highway, and they take care of your most precious possessions. And looks like they're all dressed up for the parade.
I'm not sure how long the parade route is. However long it is, those little dogs with their 4 legs each, they're going to be traveling about 30 miles probably today.
This one dog, I think, is wanting to be carried rather than to walk.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. He needs to get going. He's about to get hit by the next by the truck. Premier Vet Care. Oh yeah, these little kids, they've wound up in the doghouse somehow. I'm not sure.
I think that's the good house right now.
Is it? Okay, well
so
that's
you don't
awesome.
have to walk.
You're right. All the dogs want to be in there right now. Premier Vet Care.
More families out enjoying the parade, all ages.
And that's warmed up a little bit with the sun out.
It has.
All right, now next group right here, the Cub Scout Pack 380 and Boy Scout Troop 1380.
And this troop is a great group of scouts made up of 7-year-olds to 21-year-olds, and their meetings are on Mondays at the Smyrna First United Methodist Church.
And they enjoy camping and hiking and attending summer camps. They went spelunking at Cumberland Caverns last year, and I've done that with both of my boys and my girl as well. And Cumberland Caverns, what a fun place, especially when you've got a group of Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts like that you can go with. Just make memories. Big group coming up here as well.
It is the Grace Missionary Baptist Church, and it's located on Nora Peebles Lane. It was founded in 1964 and has been a part of our community for over 50 years.
Very nice. They had their annual back-to-school praise event. They give out supplies, free food, and they entertain the community as well. They love serving the Azalea House Assisted Living Center here in Smyrna, so continuing to give back to the community in so many different ways.
Well, and I will tell you, the praise event is a wonderful event we hold here in Smyrna each year.
I bet a lot of people come out for that.
They do come out. They give haircuts. They just get kids ready all the way around for school.
That's awesome. They sound great.
They do sound great. And next we have Cub Scout Pack 482, camping in a winter wonderland. What a cool idea. So
That's-
it looks like a snow globe.
That is very cool. And, that's one of the beauties of camping, in my opinion, or being a part of Cub Scouts. You always say, oh, we're going to go camping with your family, but you never really do. But you become part of a Cub Scout group, you go camping. And so you really do a lot of that. It's just an outstanding activity with the family. What a great Cub Scout group that is. 482.
And they're hail from Stewartsboro Elementary and other schools and are sponsored by Trinity Christian Church.
Proud to be a part of this Cub Master. Danny Bennett leading these young people this morning, or this afternoon now.
And I'm all about camping as long as there's a bed and running water. I'm all about it.
Your idea of roughing it is no cable, right? Okay.
Yes.
Coming up next is Tony Campbell Towing.
And Tony Campbell and Bail Bonding provides assistance 24 hours a day. So whether you need your vehicle towed or to get out of jail, Tony and his staff can help you. I guess that big chicken right there
Jailbird?
is the jailbird.
Okay. All right. All right. A great message there on the back end. You see the car being towed there. Don't drink and drive. Don't text, or else your car will end up like that and you'll end up in the hospital. And buckle up.
And such an important message. I see people all the time doing that as I'm driving.
Well,
and not just teenagers.
Right. And you, like me, with young people at your house, that are now driving, you dread every phone call. You just
Absolutely
say a prayer every day. But obviously, buckle up. Don't drink and drive. Don't text. All of that can wait.
As you can see, Tony has quite a large operation here.
Ow.
And the town of Smyrna has quite a lot of area to cover. We have 29.99 square miles here in the town of Smyrna. And a little under 400 employees for the town with 23 different departments.
And people may not realize Smyrna is the 15th largest city in the state of Tennessee.
It's hard to believe.
Wow. Out of 95 counties, you're the 15th largest city.
Yes.
Third lowest property tax.
Yeah, which is very important.
Third lowest property tax.
You can never say that too much.
We're going to put a graphic underneath so you see that constantly.
And here, the next entry is the 615 House of Dance, and they opened their doors 3 years ago, and they teach break dance and ballet, and they believe that every child should have an opportunity to dance, and their director, Quincy, known as Q, would like to wish everyone a safe and happy holiday.
Okay. Now, just behind this truck that you see right there, you'll see a couple of the young ladies who were breakdancing, and now they have run back to be with their group.
Some more.
Yep. Here they come again. All right.
See them show their stuff.
There we go. I think the city council meeting should be that way.
I have a couple that I'd love to see break dance on the city council, especially our town manager.
Oh, I think you just called that person out, didn't you?
I think I did.
I love it. They have various kids from the group run up, do a little routine, then they run back. 615 House of Dance.
And here we have James and Patsy Dunham, and their golf cart is decorated as Old Town Smyrna, and they've participated in our parade many times, and they represent the Natchez Trace Wilderness Preserve campgrounds. Glad to have them every year.
They are waving. Great to see them, and great to see all these young people out and all these families enjoying this parade. And so many different businesses and organizations represented.
And a lot of different people from our town who it takes to put this Christmas parade on, and how much we appreciate all the long hours that they put in.
Exactly.
And here we have the Smyrna Fire and Rescue Unit, and they have served our town and the county as a rescue squad since 1964, and they've been a part of the Smyrna Christmas Parade for a very long time, and want to let everyone know that they're always there for them.
That is great. Now, I need to come back here because apparently they hold a country ham breakfast each month. And if you've not attended one, they say, watch for the signs and join them.
You're missing out until you've been to one of the ham breakfasts.
Well, since I do the morning show, maybe if I take a vacation day and come down here for one of their country ham breakfasts.
It's always on Saturday, so you're
There you go. I had
just
no
come
idea.
Right out. We'd love to have you.
All right, count me in then.
Especially during election time, you'll find all the politicians there. They're always out helping us at events, whether it's Halloween in the park or special events that we're doing here in the community. So always glad to have them.
Well, you've got a lot of waterways around here too. So
we do.
We see the boats. We see this rescue squad doing a great job. Several units from the Smyrna Fire and Rescue Squad represented here, and glad to see them and their families as well.
Steve, did you realize that Smyrna was known as one of the top 25 suburbs for retirement?
I did not realize that.
We sure were. We've gotten a lot of recognition nationally here recently, and it's always an honor. You know, your citizens know how wonderful your community is, but when you're recognized nationally, it sure makes you feel proud.
That's awesome. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Well deserved. You're now looking at a great horse-drawn carriage there from K-Love 97.1.
And they broadcast positive, encouraging music. And they're online at klove.com, Twitter, and Instagram.
Glad to have them. That's a great looking carriage, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? All we need is like a snow-covered town square that ride that through. That'd be great.
That would be.
This is the RWS dance team.
They are an award-winning dance team from Roy Waldron School of Dance from Laverne, and it's comprised of 2nd through 5th graders, and is coached by Rebecca Barnes and Martina Johnson.
And they, like some of these other dance squads, perform regularly at community events and school functions, and just a great opportunity for these young girls.
And I will tell you, when I was in school, they were one of our biggest rivals.
Oh, really?
The Smyrna Laverne rival. Huge.
Wow.
Huge for, back then it was junior high. It wasn't middle school.
Okay. They're going to be in a national competition in January, so best of luck to them for that.
Absolutely. Now we have our First Presbyterian Church, and did you realize this was the church that named our town?
No.
And they are 204 years old.
Wow. And
the first location of their church is where our golf course now stands. Then they moved to the corner of Maple Street and Sam Davis Road, and now they're in their current building, which is on Sam Ridley Parkway.
Okay.
They've been in our parade for many years, and lots of people recognize the train and like to see the kids that they carry along.
I wonder how many of those kids' parents rode in that very train many years ago.
And you know what's funny? It's funny you say that, because that's exactly what happens. I can remember riding in the parade when I was little, and it becomes a family event.
Yeah, that's really neat to see that passed down from generation to generation like that.
It is.
And that's really what I think makes this town so special, to see, you know, people want to stay here. They want to raise their families here. You know, where business is booming and the community still has that wonderful small town feel about it.
Absolutely. And here we have the Home Depot. And the Home Depot of Smyrna has brought the Home Depot XD Express, featuring the store manager, Joey Parchman, and his team of associates. And Joey and his team have been part of the Smyrna community for almost 10 years now.
Wow.
Hard to believe. I will tell you that they were instrumental in helping us get our depot redone.
Oh, really?
So, yes, they were great partners in that. And so we appreciate all the things that they've done to help us.
And Home Depot nationally is becoming, I think, even more known for that, helping out in local communities. And I know, of course, they've got their Saturday morning workshops where they have children come in and learn how to make bird houses and all kinds of fun things.
Absolutely.
Stop by and say hi to Joey next time you're at the Home Depot. Thank him for all of his community efforts. That's a great looking little train.
It is. And now we have the Stewartsboro Stallion Dancers. They are from Stewartsboro Elementary here in Smyrna, and it's the second annual dance squad. Their coaches are Victoria Duff and Kirsten Phillips. And these dancers were selected out of 80 girls and boys who tried out last May. Can you imagine how nerve-wracking those tryouts were?
Oh, I know. And how do you practice for that? Do you know what you're going to be asked to dance? Or
most of the time, I can only relate it to cheerleading, so I'm not sure. Most of the time they teach you everybody the same dance.
Right.
And then you go out and perform in front of a panel. I'm not sure if that's how they do theirs or not.
I would freeze.
It's amazing you even think about these little ones performing out here in front of all these people today.
Right.
And they act as if it doesn't bother them a bit.
Yeah, that's great. Talk about building self-confidence, self-esteem at an early age.
Yes. And today they're dancing to Hark the Herald Angels Sing by DJ Santa and the Dance Squad.
Well, there you go. Competitive dance squad. They'll compete at Jam Fest in January and Mardi Gras Nationals coming up in March. So we wish them the very best of luck.
They look like angels.
Do that. I actually took dance when I was in high school.
You did?
I really did. I was involved in a fine arts program we had in our high school. And I'd done athletics for a while, and then I kind of switched into fine arts. We did a lot of plays and things. And so we kind of had to take dance. Not that I could do any of it, but it was challenging.
So do you dance now?
No, not a bit.
Do not dance now. Got it.
Not a bit.
And now we have the Boy Scouts of America Cub Scout Pack 1001.
What an outstanding float that is. That's really cool.
And it is chartered at Stewart's Creek Elementary School here in Smyrna. And our Scout participants, leaders, and family are here on this float today. Oh,
all
the Believe-O-Meter.
The Believe-O-Meter or the Believometer. I don't even know.
Yes.
All right, so we have to really believe here, and hopefully that thing will continue to climb. I love that.
What a great idea.
Well, and part of this Cub Scout troop, they work on skill building and friendship and adventure. It wouldn't surprise me if some of these young people didn't have a hand in that float. They're yelling, believe. Get that Believe-O-Meter up.
I'll tell you, when Dad used to be in the parade every year, he would wait until they had all of the Cub Scouts all lined up, all in their rows, and we would go by before the parade, and do you know what he would do every year?
What?
Throw the candy down on the ground, because what do you think they would do?
Scramble.
Scramble, and then they'd have to get them all lined back up. So here we have Zaxby's.
Ooh, I love Zaxby's.
I love Zaxby's.
Suddenly I'm
as well.
really hungry.
And Zaxby's for the past 7 years has been proud to serve Smyrna their delicious chicken fingers, wings, and salads.
They focus on giving our guests wonderful dining experiences and proud to support all of the community events. The Sensation Salad. Oh, man. Good
really
stuff.
Good. Do you know that they've given back to our community over $7,275 through schools and local organizations here in Smyrna? How important.
Yeah, and that's really the kind of business partner you want in town.
Absolutely.
You know, somebody that says, I'm not only going to set up shop, but I'm going to help this town. And that's
right.
really great that they did that.
And we appreciate the owners, Brian and Rachel Cox, for all they do here.
Good stuff.
And here we have the Girl Scout Unit 154, and they are the Girl Scouts of Rutherford County Service Unit, and they're dedicated to helping girls reach their full potential through serving others.
These girls are from Laverne and Smyrna.
Yes, and they march today in honor of their founders, and the presentation is a playful representation of the Girl Scout law.
And they're singing Jingle Bells.
Look at those presents.
Lots of moms in that crowd as well as the young people and a few dads as well.
Sounds like they're excited about being on TV as well.
And they're waving just like crazy. Of course, we're early in the parade. Near the end of the parade, they'll just be marching along.
I bet it slows down a little bit.
And this is another Boy Scout group that's coming up here in just a little bit as we see some of the Young folks here from the bronze, silver, and gold awardees.
The Boy Scout pack, 842. Ah, look, and they have Snoopy with them.
That would be the way to go in the parade, right there.
Yes.
Just riding along in the back of the float, waving.
Do you think maybe they trade out?
They might. Here comes pack 842. Several young folks, and they've got the dog there with them as well.
They are 6 through 11-year-olds that meet at David Urey Elementary School every Monday night during the school year. They all worked on their float together, and they've done lots of fun things this year. They've gone camping at Cumberland Caverns, which must be very popular.
Right.
They've attended an MTSU football game, which we're proud of our Blue Raiders. They're going to be in the Bahamas Bowl Christmas Eve.
I think you and I should go cover that.
I agree. Do you think they'd let us do play-by-play?
Either that or I want to go with that cheer squad to the marching band to Hawaii.
I think that you might be able to pull that off.
Maybe I'll talk to the bosses. Not holding my breath, though.
And next we have Wilson Bank and Trust. And they have Santa's sleigh all shined up and ready to go for the big night. I need to let them get my Santa's sleigh and shine it up.
That's great.
They say whether you do business in person, online, on your phone, Wilson Bank and Trust has a combination of financial solutions and personal service to make all your banking merry and bright.
You know, and I would imagine banking institutions have had to really modify how they do business with mobile apps and all of that now. Great to see Wilson Bank and Trust continuing to improve and stay current with the times and serve customers. This is always a very popular float.
It is. Everybody loves Mary Poppins, and it was designed and built by owner Mark Stone and his employees.
And he says it is to remember that it's good luck to shake hands with a chimney sweep.
Did you realize
I
that?
did not know that it's good luck.
I have heard that before. And Ashbusters is a local business.
They keep homes in Middle Tennessee safe by servicing about 15,000 chimneys every year. And these guys go to so many parades. I saw them at the Franklin Parade yesterday.
Yes.
So it's so nice that they do that because it's always such a big hit.
It is.
Oh, I would hate to see this thing coming up behind me. This is a big old Ready Mix truck, Smyrna Ready Mix.
Their theme this year is Winter Wonderland, and they really enjoy the parade because it's an event that brings together family and friends, which we've kind of talked about all day.
Yeah. You know, I've always been fascinated by cement trucks.
Yes.
I think they're just so cool looking.
Well, and they are providing services all over Middle Tennessee and Kentucky as well.
That's a great looking float they built back there.
It is. It is.
That is awesome. I have to take that home and put it in my yard.
And the Hollingshead family, as well as Smyrna Ready Mix, would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a blessed
Awesome.
New Year.
Oh, thank you. Holy mackerel, look at this. They just brought us all kinds of treats.
We hit the jackpot.
Woo-hoo. We've got some Almond Joys, and Kit Kats are my favorite.
You can have, no, I want some of the Kit Kats.
Okay,
You can have
you
all
can
the Almond Joys. I'm not a
What about Whoppers?
coconut.
We got Whoppers here.
There you go.
My goodness.
Look how great that looks.
That is really nice.
It's a beautiful float.
Great music there and great float. Great looking big cement mixer there from Smyrna Ready Mix.
Next, we have Joe's Customs Cakes and Catering. And if you've had visions of sugar plums, sweet confections fill the air for this take on Santa's transportation. I will tell you that Joe's Customs Cakes and Catering has been in business since 2003, and they're a member of SIMA. Joe and I used to work together at Crawls and Supply, and Joe, if you want an unusual, unique cake, Joe is your person.
Really?
She can do anything. She is so talented.
Oh, wow. That's outstanding.
She does a lot of stuff for Tony Stewart, all all sorts of people. But she's been doing Parker's birthday cakes since he was one.
Really?
Yes.
That's so neat.
Unbelievable. Great wedding cakes, you name it, Joe can do it. And she
It's
does
great to
catering as well.
And it's great to see a business like that comes out of somebody's passion and love for something
Yes.
that they enjoy, and also they've made a business out of it, a very
Yes.
successful business.
Here we have Cub Scout Pack 640, and they're based out of Smyrna and part of the Trail of Tears District of the Middle Tennessee Council, the Boy Scouts of America.
And like so many of these other Cub Scouts and Boy Scout troops, they enjoy camping and hiking, going to places like Cumberland Caverns. And they're also big fans of Star Wars, we understand, which is why we see a few lightsabers on the float. And there's a, what do you call that, a paratrooper? Stormtrooper. I'm not up on my Star Wars.
I'm not up on Star Wars either.
Luckily, our director, Greg Baldwin, is telling me in my ear it's a Stormtrooper. So thank you, Greg.
And here we have Heritage Baptist Church. And members of Heritage Baptist Church are handing out candy and invitations to a special service celebrating the miracle of Christmas on Sunday, December 13th. The ladies will be presenting some beautiful Christmas music at 11, and the children and teens will be presenting a Christmas program at 5 p.m.
With finger food fellowship following.
That always makes it worth it.
Say that fast 5 times.
The banner that they are carrying shows the manger scene.
And coming up now, you're seeing a beautiful manger. This is really nicely done. And, of course, the family there in front.
And Christ Community Church is located on Rocky Fork Road in Smyrna, and the float is depicting the true miracle of Christmas.
Exactly. They're all decked out. That's a great idea.
It is.
I like
but
that.
Don't you remember participating in those performances at church?
Exactly.
You always wanted to be either Mary or Joseph with the big part until you got it, and then you had to remember all the lines.
Exactly. Look, they have the 3 wise men as well. They're at the very end.
I had to be a sheep a lot.
Were you?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay. I was never even invited to participate, so at least you got to be something.
Oh.
There's a great-looking little Mustang.
James and Judy Warwick, who participate a lot in our Christmas parades.
1965 Mustang.
And they come out to our car shows. We have a lot of car shows down on Front Street.
Nice.
And so it's always great to see them out there.
64 and a half, 65 and 66 Mustangs. Very similar in their look and, of course, just outstanding first-generation Mustangs.
And now we have Middle Tennessee Electric, and this is their first time to participate in our Christmas parade.
Really?
It is, and we are so happy to have them.
I'm digging that float. That's
Isn't
so
that
cool looking.
There's some of the Lees there. We're glad to have them.
Very nice. Got
The
the
float
street light.
takes us back to Smyrna in the 1940s. Smyrna Hardware, the Coleman Brothers.
Wow. That's a great idea.
It is, and we are a little disappointed. They just left Smyrna, our town hall, and have moved to a new location. Their branch office is on Nolan Drive now, and they invite you out to visit their new location.
So they were sharing space with you guys
They
for
were
a long
sharing
time.
space with us, and here we have MetLife. Fred Perro and Paul Good are our local MetLife agents, and they've been insuring people that depend on them. Their success is based on a long history of social responsibility, strong leadership, and sound investments, and innovative products and services.
Oh, they're throwing us a Snoopy.
Oh, we have Snoopies.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
And
they've
did
got
you see that shirt he had on, that MTSU shirt? We like seeing that too.
And they've got several Snoopies on the float there. I wonder how many of these Snoopy dogs they're going to be giving away along the parade route. Now you're looking at Bob Parks Realty right here, Bob Parks Auction.
And Vandy Van Meter is with us here with this entry, and we're glad to have her. She is such a huge part of the community, always willing to help and get out and participate. And there's Vandy.
Have you ever been to an auction?
I
don't. It's been. Actually, I emceed an event a while back, and they wanted me to be the auctioneer, and it was incredibly difficult.
I would say we have a council member that's an auctioneer on our council.
Well, I didn't do a very good job, but it was fun to try, because you fall into that attempt,
Yes.
you know, and then you realize, man, that's a skill I will never have.
Here we have Johnny James with us today in his classic black 1959 Chevy Impala hot rod.
Wow.
With air ride suspension.
That is sweet. I am digging that 59 Chevy. Now you know what its nickname? Cat eyes, because the rear tail lights look like cat eyes. You may be able to get a shot of that as it passes by, but it's got that very distinctive look. That's a great looking car.
It is.
There, see those cat eyes on the
there
back
they
end?
are.
Looks like a cat. Oh, that doesn't sound like
Showing off a little bit. don't you
exactly.
say?
That sounds more like a really big cat. That's a great looking 59.
Oh, look at the pig here.
Oh, Famous Dave's.
Love Famous Dave's. That smoking hot taste and smoking hot barbecue flavors. And their newest addition is their catering fleet, and Famous Dave's will celebrate their 10th year here in our community next summer.
Wow, and they raise money for Make-A-Wish in Middle Tennessee, granting wishes to children facing life-threatening illnesses. Famous Dave's always giving back. They have raised more than $500,000 so far for Make-A-Wish, so outstanding effort.
And Mattress Firm, after walking a long day in the parade, you might need a really good mattress.
Perfect.
Tonight.
Okay, I thought riding in the parade would be great. How about resting along the parade route
That'd be pretty good.
on a Mattress Firm mattress? That's the way to go right there.
Especially if you had an electric blanket.
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Lots of people out at the parade. The sun is now out. The clouds have gone. We
They
started
have.
this parade and it was cloudy, and now there is not a cloud in the sky. This is an absolutely beautiful afternoon. All right, and here we have the bridge at Hickory Woods, and they're in those nice transport facility vehicles right there.
We kind of almost had a mix-up because their number got put in upside down, and we thought it was 6, and it's really 9.
It is 9. The
It's
bridge
9.
of Hickory Woods. We need all the help we can
We
get.
do, and it is a retirement center, and the residents spend a lot of time in Smyrna throughout the year. And their decorated bus is going to represent the various things that have meaning for them, for their residents at the holidays.
You think they were trying to play a funny on us by turning their number
Could
upside
have,
down?
Could have.
They're all in that van laughing right
Yes.
now. They're just having a grand old time. They're like, ah.
And here we have the Life Care of Hickory Woods, and the Life Care Center puts their patients first. They provide comfort and are striving to meet the unique needs of each individual. And looks like we have some members on board.
So it sounds like a facility that takes care of you, whether you're retirement or ambulatory as well.
Yes.
All needs. Outstanding. I'm not sure where the clouds went, but this sure did turn out to be a beautiful
It
day
is
out. Now the
beautiful.
sun is shining and people are out all along the parade route. Lots of people. We got all kinds of candy that has been thrown all over. Now people are out wandering. Look at this. Hey, looking for a Kit Kat out there in the middle of the road. There we go. Slight lull in the parade. Perfect opportunity for a toddler stroll.
For a toddler stroll. Look at our next participants coming down the way. Oh, look at that one. Isn't
That's
she
nice.
cute? Oh,
Oh, wave to the camera.
here's one of my very favorites, Dairy Queen.
Nice.
They're located on Sam Ridley Parkway West here in Smyrna, and they're a fan food, not a fast food.
I could go for a blizzard right about now.
I could as well.
The
Those
blizzard
Oreo
is
blizzards.
Oh,
What's your favorite?
Heath.
Heath.
Yes, exactly. But you know what? Blizzard is one of those things that they came along and kind of created, and it has really made such a huge difference, I would imagine, for their bottom line.
Well, I must say that sometimes on the weekends we'll be in our pajamas ready for bed, and Britt will say, "What about a blizzard?"
Sweet.
And we make that run through the drive-through.
Nice.
You know,
In your jammies.
in the jammies.
Sweet.
So we just hope we don't get pulled over in a wreck.
Exactly. But you know their Brazier burger is outstanding.
Really?
Oh, their hamburgers are great.
Okay.
They really are.
I'll have to try that.
They really are.
Look at that dog with
Oh,
Santa.
wow.
He's carrying Santa.
Oh my goodness. It's a mini Santa.
It is a mini Santa. Oh, and look, he wants to eat the candy.
That's going to be a problem. They should be throwing out blizzards.
Uh-huh.
We'll have to recommend that for next year's parade.
Or coupons for them won.
There you go. Okay.
I
Maybe they've
think
got one in
that-
the car.
I think they should be bringing one to the host.
I think they should. We'll make that a prereq for next year. All right. Dairy Queen. And you know what? I'm seeing more and more Dairy Queens open back up.
They are.
It seemed like for a while there, some of these other fast food restaurants kind of came along, and then Dairy Queen just kind of started re-emerging again.
They did. And their ice cream cake
Oh, my gosh.
is wonderful.
And they've got such a great selection.
They do.
All right, good stuff.
Next, we have State Farm, and driving a motorized mini car is State Farm agent Marty Luffman, who has been in town here for years. And I will tell you, Marty was one of the ones who helped get our first parade started.
Oh, really?
Yes, and so
That would be 41 years ago.
yes.
We're now at the 41st. See how I did that quick math?
You did. You're so good.
It's amazing sometimes.
But it's individuals like Marty who help keep traditions alive here in our community, and we always appreciate those who have come first and done so much for our community, and Marty sure has done that.
That's nice to hear, though, really. You know, and you desperately need people like that. I mean, you're the same way. You know, you've grown up here. You know everything. You know everybody. You know the significance of events and organizations. I think that's outstanding.
You want to be able to provide people with amenities, and they never have to leave your community, but you still want to have that small town feel.
Right.
And I think we do a really good job of that here in Smyrna. And one of the ways we do that is through Cub Scouts. And this is Cub Scout Pack 320, and our local Cub Scout pack with 75 active scouts based out of Browns Chapel Elementary School. And they're chartered by our own Smyrna Lions Club.
They've got a great ride right there as well. Everybody pile on board. They have about 75 active scouts, an amazing group of leaders, parents involved as well, probably some grandparents even.
And you know what? Any organization you have like that, it's going to take involvement from parents, grandparents, and that sort of thing to make it successful.
Yeah. Well, it's such a great family event. You know, I know when my boys were in camping, there were so many things that we said, like I was talking earlier, like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But somehow you just don't find the time. But suddenly you're in camping, and when it's an event you have to be at it, and your son is saying, look, all my friends are going, the whole troop is going to be there, we've got to go. Suddenly you find yourself doing the things that you promised yourself you would. It's just a great organization.
And did you make the race car?
Oh, I did. Oh, our race car
And
was
how did you
outstanding.
do?
It did fairly well, but we also wanted to make, and we were the only ones, we made a Conestoga wagon. Because I had these tiny little, listen to me, actually my son, but Daddy was helping quite a bit. But we had these little tiny horses, and I thought, what can we do with these horses? So I extended a platform out from the block, and so the little horses were in the front. We had a couple of tiny little characters, and we put them on there. So it was a little Conestoga wagon.
And did you have more fun?
Oh, I totally had more fun.
That's
And it
usually
was the
way it
slowest
goes.
thing on earth.
Yes.
But it was until it got to the very end, and there's a little bar that says finish line. The canopy hit that and stopped, so it never actually finished the race.
Here we have Trend Style Studio and Day Spa. It's located at Jefferson Pike. They say come experience the miracle of trends.
All right. And those like the trends are tutus right now.
They do. Everybody can use a day spa.
All right, little purple tutu. And just behind that group would be the Smyrna High School Marching Band.
My alma mater.
There you go.
Love some Bulldogs. We do have two high schools here in Smyrna. We have Smyrna High School, and we saw Stewart's Creek High School just before. We're always proud of the Smyrna High School Bulldog Marching Band.
And they sound terrific.
They do. Their drum majors are Heaven Brown and Alex Noriega. And for the Smyrna Christmas Parade this year, they're performing Christmas carols on the parade, which is a holiday medley of tunes including Joy to the World, Jolly Old St. Nicholas, and Jingle Bells.
That is great. And on December 15th at 7 p.m., they will be performing the Smyrna High School Christmas Concert at the Smyrna High School Auditorium, and that will feature the concert band, percussion ensemble, and the jazz band. So if you'd like to hear more great music from the kids at Smyrna High School, that's a wonderful opportunity. I know my son was in band for 4 years, our youngest son.
Yes.
And so you see some of the parents going alongside the band the whole way, getting those great shots and sounds of the band.
What hard workers they are. They work as hard or harder than someone in an athletics program.
It's amazing.
It is.
And we never realized that until our son got into band, and it was so incredible. Just a great experience. And all of these people, they learned so many skills. And it looks like now the master of ceremonies ready. The man everyone has been waiting to see. The big man is coming.
Here we have Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Santa and Mrs. Claus right now on the Smyrna Fire Department truck, but of course that will change. They'll be on the sleigh on Christmas night.
Santa and Mrs. Claus came out. Santa, I've been very good.
She has not. No. And there's an elf right in the middle there. I love that.
There is. What a wonderful day that we've had today at the Smyrna Christmas Parade, the 41st annual, and what a great group we've had to put this on. Jill Strange and Roseanne Jacobs and all of our departments. It could not happen without everybody.
Great job by everybody, and you see some just behind Santa there and Mrs. Claus and the elf. You've got the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department Mounted Patrol as well, bringing up the rear. And just what a neat opportunity. And I saw these guys as I was coming in. I think there were more people in the parking lot watching the Mounted Patrol there and excited about seeing the horses and what they can do. Just about anything. It was getting ready even before the parade got started, how exciting that was.
Yes. And, Steve, we're so glad that you're able to be with us. This is how many years for you?
Several. About 5 or 6, I believe. But just an honor, it really is. And thank you for inviting me once again. Such a neat experience, and to see so many people come out just enjoying their community. And that's what's so special about being in Middle Tennessee, but especially being in Smyrna. So many people just love this town, love the leadership, love what you guys do, and it's just really an honor to be here. So thank you.
Thank you for being here, and we're glad to put this on for our citizens, and next year it will be even bigger and better. And we do want to remind people next year to bring out your canned goods to support our Smyrna Laverne Food Bank.
Which I think is a great idea. In fact, I was telling our station about it a little bit earlier that, what an opportunity to give back at the same time enjoying what a wonderful community event this is.
Yes. Well, we would like to take this opportunity to tell all of our citizens here in Smyrna, have a very Merry Christmas and a blessed and Happy New Year.
Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la. We wish wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring.
The mood is right, the spirit's up. We're here tonight, and that's enough. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. The party's on, the feeling's here, that only comes